Welcome to the LeRoy Butler TV, the summer edition. And normally when I do these shows, you're supposed to show no bias, no favoritism, but in this case, there is favoritism. One of my favorite Packers of all time, I know yours, Gilbert Brown. How you doing, Gilbert?
Hey, yo.
Come on, man, shake my hand.
How you doing, LeRoy?
See, these light-skinned guys, they always got to be pretty. But the dark-skinned guys are in. Y'all not in.
I like your haircut, LeRoy.
Thank you very much.
It's nice.
Detroit, Avenue 2, $20.
Yeah, he cut mine too, but he ain't got to me yet. So I had to put on my KU hat today.
Well, when you like I said again, when you're a light-skinned guy, you don't need no hair because you guys are pretty. Us dark-skinned guys, we need to cut a manicure. Gilbert, let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
I went on Twitter and said I'm going to have the Grave Digger on the show. Tons of questions. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But now, what have you been doing? I mean, I see you do speaking engagements.
Yeah.
I know you just had your football camp.
Yeah.
I see you at campgrounds. Mm-hmm. What has Gilbert Brown, the Grave Digger, been doing?
I'm doing a lot of different things, man. Coaching, coaching Legends Football League. Yeah. Legends Football League. Do a lot of stuff around town, man, as far as foundation work. Got a couple businesses at home I'll be checking in on. So just it keeps me busy, man.
Yeah. And that's since you talked about the coach, the Lingerie Football League.
It's Legends.
I know, but
it looks good on the resume. Yeah. You can't put lingerie on your resume.
I know, but for the creepy guys out there like me.
Yeah, for real. Them stalkers.
How'd you get into that? I mean, because you don't seem to be the type of guy that will yell and scream if one of the young ladies mess up.
Right.
So how do you do that?
Well, it's a tough job. It's a tough assignment. If you ever want to get into coaching, I think that's a great start because teaching girls that ain't never played football before how to play football is a daunting task.
Right.
So, you got to find that balance when you're coaching to try to get them to where you need them to be and the attitudes. But it's a great experience for me. It's teaching me how to coach and it's teaching me how to learn as well.
But I think I've seen one of the games, very competitive.
Very.
And they hit hard.
Yes, they do.
And I think for the most part, once you get past the looks of it, their uniforms, things like that, it's very competitive, it's very entertaining.
Yeah, people like it, man. I mean, they got their misconceptions and everything, but as soon as they come to the game and they see how these girls are running, hitting, athletic, you forget about the uniform.
Yep.
Some guys forget about the uniform.
Yeah.
But everybody else, and you'd be surprised all the kids and family that's in the stands because it turns into a great competitive sport. And I always just tell everybody, go watch it before you make your
Well, what'd your mom say when you said you wanted to?
She shook her head. What are you doing, boy?
That's my baby out there.
Yeah. Well, she gonna support me whatever I do, LeRoy.
So speaking of coaching, I mean, is that something you want to do in the future? Maybe pro, college? I mean,
I would one day want to be a college coach, head coach or something like that. NFL, it demands too much of your time right now, When you got little ones and stuff like that, you try to choose your times wisely. Plus, I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now, so that's way down the road if I can make it.
So now, if your son is going to KU?
Kansas University.
Now, was Florida State not available? I mean, why wouldn't we send him to a university?
Man, he figured it out. He grew up in Lawrence, Kansas, so he always been around KU. His first love was LSU.
Yeah, that's a long way from home.
That's a long way from home. And then, we knew some coaches at Michigan State, so we was like, hopefully go to Michigan State. Yeah. But he ended up in the right place. Yeah. Or, I wasn't buying those big old draws no more.
Now, he's a big kid. He's what, 6'4", 6'5"?
6'4", 350, 360.
Defense, offense.
Offensive guard right now, yeah.
He's so polite.
Big guy.
But then he'll hurt you.
Oh, yeah. He'll lay heavy on you.
Yeah.
We spar a little bit, LeRoy.
Really?
You got to get it right, man.
Can I get that footage? I mean,
no, you don't want to see it because I don't want to embarrass him.
His mom don't let you put your helmet
on we put the helmets on,
Really?
Oh, yeah, man. We get out there and clank a little bit.
I'll get that for you guys. Don't worry. Now, let's move to something that I think a lot of people think about it. I got a lot of questions on Twitter. My locker was here. Yours was here for 8 years. So every time I needed deodorant.
Don't forget Kuntz was over here too.
Yeah, Kuntz.
Kuntz!
I was much of the freeloader.
Really?
Kuntz was the guy that kept the shrapnel. Anything I drop, he'd get it.
Really?
And Reggie White was down here. But on Fridays, and this is why I say he was my favorite, he would bring in breakfast. And then lunch, you would bring in something that everybody looked forward to, and that was the Gilbert burger. Now, as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like it was 3 of everything. What is on a Gilbert burger?
Well, first of all, it was from Burger King.
Yeah.
And it was a Whopper that was on steroids. Can you say that on here?
Oh yeah.
Without getting in trouble?
You can say that. We'll talk
this
about
ain't
Ryan
baseball.
Brown
This ain't baseball. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
So it was like a Whopper on steroids, man. It was like double the meat, double the. I mean, it's like a salad on top of some meat. So the hamburger was about like this.
But Reggie wanted extra mayo.
Big dog could eat 2 of them.
And it would just, no, literally.
You had to get a towel, LeRoy, not a napkin, a towel. Because when you bite it, it's just like heaven.
I mean, that's the kind of guy. I mean, we used to literally have a bag in the locker. You reach in and you grab one. And Reggie, if you could put 2 of those down, you were doing well.
You'd be sick, but you're doing well.
So, the Gilbert Brown Foundation, what is it like when you got to coach the little kids and keeping them focused on 1 or 2 sports? What is that like?
It's fun, man, because you get out there and they listening to you, you know, and you got their attention, so you kind of explain what a new athlete of today is compared to the way we grew up as an athlete, because a lot of the kids are still in the house playing the PlayStation, the Xbox, and nobody wants to get outside and play and learn their craft and do whatever. So, we get, during my camps, we get out and we talk to the kids, and we do a lot of different things. We teach them discipline. You'll never see a kid walking around with his pants hanging down in my camp. You never see them walking around with do-rags and all that other crazy stuff. We try to teach them discipline and the love of the game, because sometimes it's that part of football has been lost. Everybody just think it's a part where you collect a check, and no, you got to put the work in to get it.
Yeah, let's move to the grown folks. Brian Balaga just hurt his knee. He's going to get a second opinion, Dr. Andrews. But I will say this, Dr. McKenzie, the orthopedic doctor for the Packers,
the best.
He's very good.
The best.
So to get a second opinion, to me, was seen to think it's a lot worse than they thought.
Yeah.
So, and you had a knee injury that was, we don't really know what's wrong with Brian Balaga's knee, but remember he flipped to the left tackle. Is that a big difference on where you stance on left tackle and right tackle?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, if you're an armchair quarterback, you sit at home, I can do that. No, I was put in the middle for a reason. Okay, if you put me outside like where Reggie and them was, then I'm in no man's land. I'm scared to death. I like to be inside where everything's coming down on top of me, instead of being outside where you got to worry about one guy. Same thing with moving from left to right. If you move to the left side from the right side, then everything's coming from an unfamiliar place that you got to get used to instead of a familiar place of what you're used to. And plus the left side, there's more demand on you because you're the quarterback's blind side. So it's a lot of different things you got to pick up on if you're going to play that position.
Yeah. So I think with the offensive line, do you think they're going to change some of the offensive scheme to compensate for him not being there, or they'll just go with Newhouse at left tackle?
Well, I mean, they're going to have a bona fide guy over there, you know what I'm saying? And we look at, and I always tell everybody forget, you know, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got all these pretty boys running around, you got Lacey in the back and everything. It don't matter who you got back there. It starts up front.
Up front.
And if you ain't got the big horses up front that's going to move people out, don't get in front of them and lollygag and put your dress on. Move them out the hole and move them. It ain't going to work. You got to have big horses up in there to move stuff around. Starts up front.
Yeah, they may have to start a rookie at left tackle, but I'm not sure. Let's go to the defense. I mean, B.J. Raji has not signed an extension yet going into his last year, his deal. Do you see, is he the odd man out for getting a long-term deal, or do you think they'll get something done?
I mean, he's a key component. I mean, when I look at B.J. Raji, I see him as an established defensive lineman. For them, I would think they would probably need to go ahead and get that deal, because you got to understand, you can't just interchange people. Sometimes when these guys are up front, that's a premium. And I wish they would take advantage. I mean, like they always protecting the quarterback and everybody. You got to protect them linemen with the chop blocks and everything like that. That's why guys go out so early. And you got to have the same rules that you apply to everybody else to them, because everybody has to understand up front is where it's at, because you don't have them front guys, you will suffer.
If you look at the schedule, they're going to play 2 quarterbacks that's very mobile.
Mm-hmm.
They signed Vince Young.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can give them something that can go against the Packer defense that they'll be able to see from Kaepernick and RG3. So what about the Vince Young signing? It's just a one-year deal, minimum.
Well, I really think he'll help out the team. I don't see him getting on the field.
Right.
I really don't
That's
see
what
him
I tell
getting on
people.
the
He's
field.
just a backup.
Yeah, he's a backup. I don't see. Now, unless, the coordinator comes up with some kind of,
like a wildcat
wildcat, which I doubt because we don't do stuff like that.
Right.
But I really think they signed him to help the defense get ready for, what's his name?
Colin Kaepernick.
Cooper, whatever. Nick. But,
and RG3. I mean, and Russell Wilson.
Yep.
A lot of these guys run that option. I think the Packers defense will be ready because remember they went to Texas and A&M. The defensive staff to learn how to defend it.
Yeah.
So let's go to Twitter. Now you know how Twitter can be, Gilbert.
Twitter.
And you can follow Gilbert at Gilbert Brown, and he's verified by the way.
Yeah.
So
hit me, LeRoy.
Are you married?
No.
Oh, that was quick. Trust me, there's not me. Boxers or briefs?
Big guy? Tub. we ain't in the boxes or briefs. We got the tub.
I know, but people ask. Okay. Somebody wants to know, another girl wants to know your shoe size. I don't know why it's relative.
14.
Oh, you at 14?
14.
Okay. Do you have your college jersey and do you have your pro jersey?
Yes, I have both.
Okay. And what's your favorite food other than the Gilbert burger and the LeRoy Butler burger?
Fried chicken.
Is that a stereotype? Come
Fried chicken. I don't care. I love me some chicken, LeRoy.
All right.
Black, white, or indifferent. I love me some chicken, man.
Okay. Now here's another chicken question since you brought it up.
All right.
Popeyes, churches.
Churches. Stop it. Right there. Churches. Don't even let it.
Any particular
church.
reason?
Look, church. Here go my list. Churches, Popeyes, Bojangles.
Oh my goodness.
My mama. Anybody else than KFC.
All right. Who's the hardest quarterback to sack?
Brett Favre, because we never got to sack him.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Don't touch him.
Okay. Who's the best offensive line that you faced?
Haven't met him yet. Still looking for him.
No Larry Allen?
Haven't met him yet. I'm still looking for him.
When you won the Super Bowl, how did you celebrate?
Wow. I don't remember past after when we put our clothes on. Cause I was somewhere in the gutter somewhere.
But you don't drink or
I don't drink like that, but LeRoy, we just won the Super Bowl. You crazy? But the best part of the whole Super Bowl was watching Reggie run around with that trophy.
Yeah, that's
that was the best. That was the best.
You're bringing a tear to my eye now.
Feeling ever. So,
if it was one star, or leading lady or whatever that you could date,
Lord,
and you get 48 hours with her, where would you take her, and who would it be?
Well,
48 hours, and what would you take?
48 hours. See, I'm a real simple man, LeRoy.
Yeah.
So I would take, what's the girl name? I always get her name mixed up. Taraji?
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, is that
from Baby Boy?
From Smoking Aces. I would get a limo.
Right.
And then we'll take her down there to churches.
Okay.
Gotta go to churches real quick.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight.
Church chicken.
You're gonna take an actress to churches?
Yeah.
Drive through.
Yeah, she
now,
like
would
that.
you go on your
See,
side?
I don't want to be like Ricardo Montalban and show up and take her to steak and mashed potatoes. I'm going to take her to a place where we can go grab us a bucket of chicken, come back to the limo, cut one of her movies on, and ride on down the highway, LeRoy. How you think?
He said go to church and chicken in a limousine.
At least I know I'm eating good. So.
I hope I'm sending this video to her. I'm saying, listen,
Please
Gilbert Brown was to take you to Church's Chicken.
Take her to Church's Chicken.
And we'll make sure that Bill finds her correct name and put it across the screen because I know we butchered it. But you know, if you ever saw Baby Boy, she was in Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt. She was his mom in that.
Yeah.
She's pretty fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like movies, so.
Yeah. I think you'll do good with her.
You think so?
Yeah.
She now some
She
of
may
them
not
girls
like
they like
light-skinned guys.
some of them girls like the 6-pack. I got a keg. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I got
come
a keg.
on. You're in better shape than most guys, trust me.
Yeah, I like it because I like to see when y'all was skinny talking that mess. Now y'all fat like me. Hey, babe, you look a little plump today.
Thank you very much for watching this LeRoy Butler TV with the funniest guy in Packer history, Gilbert Brown, the Gravedigger. You can follow Gilbert at Gilbert Brown and me as well at Leap36 on Twitter. Bye-bye.